Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Metroid Prime. This is episode number 7, and in this episode, we're going to be traveling through Magmoor Caverns. Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns, so it just walks around in a circle, basically. Not that much of a danger unless you literally jump on top of it, which I do all the time, actually. But anyway, this is going to be largely an uneventful episode. It's going to be a short episode because literally the only thing that we need to accomplish in this episode is getting to Phendrana drifts through Magmoor Caverns. That's pretty much it. We're not going to be getting any specific items or anything like that, so kind of sucks, but it must be done. Burrower, tunneling insect predator. The burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prefers to spend more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances, then surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle, but beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. So it will just jump up and shoot its spit at you. And when it does so, you can avoid the spit and shoot it in the face until it dies. Yes, that's perfectly logical. Alright, so welcome to Magmoor Caverns. The lava-filled underground caverns. So exciting. It's pretty much, it reminds me of just like walking around on the inside of a volcano or around a volcano. What the hell is that? Magmoor! Fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Oh, it's called a Magmoor. Okay. Magmoors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attack forms, which we don't have. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. Magmoors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to spot targets with startling accuracy. So, since we don't have any frigid attacks, we're just going to have to spam the hell out of it with our power beam. You can also use missiles if you want. That's a grapple beam thingy-majiggy that we can't use yet because we're not going to be getting the grapple beam for a long time. Puffer, unstable gas-filled organism, will rupture on contact. Cool. Puffers fill their bodies with lethal metaviprium gas and float about in search of food. If ruptured, the gas within the puffer is violently released. Despite their fragile bodies, puffers are aggressive hunters. The gas cloud they release upon death is often fatal to the creature that brings them down as well, unless you blow them up from across the room like so, and then you don't have to jump through the lethal gas and it dissipates after a little bit and you'll be good to go. I could just jump across the lava there, but I apparently can't even make it to that platform without falling. Or that platform, what the hell? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Whatever. Whatever. I don't even care at this point in my life right now. That was shameful. I should not even be allowed to play this game if that's how it's gonna be. Stress fractures can be seen throughout this rock wall majiggy thing, so we're gonna use morph wall bombs to get ourselves through there. We've got more puffers here. I'm assuming there's going to be a Magmoor here somewhere as well, but I'm not about to fight that, that's for sure. Please make that jump. No, why can't you make that jump, Samus? Are you stupid? Holy crap. Alright, we can do this. There you go. I want the double jump so badly right now, it's not even funny. There we go. Okay, safe. At last. That was way harder than it needed to be. What the hell is that? New creature. Triclops. Hard-shelled creature with powerful jaws. The Triclops is a hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of foodstuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite, I almost said that wrong, mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. So what we need to do to kill them is to get into morph ball mode and lay a bomb and have them pick up that instead of picking up us instead. And the bomb will explode when they're holding it and they'll just die a painful death. That's the plan. Like so. They'll try to run away with it. If they do grab you, they'll try to just throw you out of this little pit. So, yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 of them. 3. It's cool. You don't have to kill any of them if you don't want to, but it's kind of fun killing them. Ah, crap! No. Eat my bombs. Take that. You can get little bits of health and missiles and stuff if you need it by killing them. That would be the only reason I suggest killing them, unless you're just having a really hard time getting through that area, which you shouldn't. Alright, so what do we have here? I believe this area is called the Triclops pit, because down below on the floor there's Triclops all beneath there, and there's some missile expansions in this room, and rooms that lead to missile expansions. But we're not going to be doing that at this point, because we don't need to do that. We got other stuff to do. Okay. I thought there was something in that tank that I had to scan, but apparently that's not the case. So I'm just going to move on. Alright, in this room here, looks like we just have a bunch of puffers and moving platforms. I don't know. Whenever I hear puffers, I don't think of these things. I think of pufferfish. So when I say that, it sounds really stupid in my head, but it's really not. Alright, well I guess there's nothing else to do in here either. Alright, oh, turrets. Fantastic. Well, we might as well just blow them up with missiles, because that's going to get ugly later on. There are a lot of turrets in this room, so you're going to want to take out as many of them as you possibly can from a distance before they start shooting you, because once you start trying to maneuver throughout this room and you actually have to go up and around this building, the turrets are going to kick your ass if you haven't at least knocked out 1 or 2 of them. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience here. I've gotten my ass kicked by them multiple times. But you can easily strafe around and avoid getting hit by their attacks if there's only 1 or 2 of them, as opposed to like 5 of them shooting at you. Anywho, where are we supposed to be going here? There's a door over to our right, and I don't believe we're supposed to go over that way. I don't think we actually can go that way yet, but I'm going to go double check. It's because I like to be sure of these things. No, we need the power bomb, I believe, to destroy that. Yeah, Bendesium is a type of rock, I want to say, or a substance that can only be destroyed by the power bomb, so not interested in that at this point. We actually don't even have the beam that would be upgraded by that item that's in there anyway, so yeah, nothing to do in here as well. So this is not the way you want to go, but it's nice to go exploring sometimes, right? Sure, just nod and say yes. Alright, moving on. Are you serious? All the turrets are back? That is some horse shit if I've ever seen some. Why did I just blow up that puffer with a missile? I am so stupid. Oh my god. I feel like I'm just not going to make it very far in this game if I keep doing this stuff. Alright, so where we need to go is actually up and around, like I had mentioned before. There's going to be a Chozo artifact just outside of this room as well that we can't get to at this point. We need the double jump, and then in order to complete that room, actually we'll need the power bomb as well, because there's more things with Bendesium in there. I can't even show it to you yet because we can't reach it, but I thought I would just throw that out there because, well, I mean, if you're watching this, you might not even be at the same point that I am. You might have the double jump and can get there. The Chozo artifacts, by the way, are things that are going to have to be collected in order to complete the game anyway. You can't fight the final boss without getting all 12 of them, so you might as well start collecting them as soon as you possibly can. That's what I'm going to do, for sure. Alright, so apparently space pirates were here because this is definitely their type of data. It doesn't appear as though any of these are lures or pirate data or anything, so I'm not going to worry about it. The only place that we can go at this point is through this door right here, so that's where we're headed. Morph ball! Alright. Oh, there's something up here. Oh, crap. That did not work out well at all, did it? Okay, so there's got to be a missile expansion or an energy tank. I don't know which it is up here, but you need to execute the double jump. and I'm just not doing a very good job at it right now. Surprise, surprise. Alright, take 3. Come on, Samus, you got this. No! Stop failing at life. Alright, it should not take this many attempts, but are you serious? I'm just not doing so well today, so yeah, I'm gonna get this eventually though. Alright, there we go, finally, my goodness. Do I have to do it again? Oh god, okay, got this, one more time. Come on, man, you got this. Energy tank, fantastic. Whew, that was way more difficult than it needed to be, but then again, so is everything that I do. Alright, so we've made it to the Phendrana Drifts elevator. This is going to take us to the north part of the region, and it's basically the shoreline area, or the beginning of the shoreline area, and then there's also, it's split up into like a bunch of different areas. There's the shoreline area, and then there's the research lab area, and then there's Phendrana's Edge, which is a little bit different than both of those areas. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's kind of far down the road before we get to any of those sections, so don't worry about that. This ice can actually be destroyed by charge beams. You do not need to wait until you get a heat-based weapon to blow them up. So don't be fooled by that. If you scan it, it will tell you that very thing, so yeah. Alright, so welcome to Phendrana Drifts. And it's quite the 360, or I suppose rather 360 doesn't make a lot of sense there. More like a 180 from Magmoor Caverns, as you can see. Snow everywhere, and everything is going to be cold-based now instead of heat-based. There's a creature over there, and I'm trying to scan it. It's not working out. There we go. Crystallite, territorial cold weather scavenger. The shell of a crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked by a concussive blast. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off its body and forms the hard ice shell. That's interesting. Which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life. Well, that's some useful information. Basically, all you need to know is that you need a missile to blow them up. You can't blow them up with beam weapons. Alright, so there's a save station directly in front of us. Looks like it's going to be over here, through this door here. So you can blow up the crystallite, doesn't really matter. They'll usually give you missiles, so it kind of defeats the purpose. You know, you use a missile and then get a missile back. Doesn't appear as though there's any pirate data or lores here, but there's definitely been some space pirate activity. So that's something that we're going to have to investigate. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we're going to do a little bit of exploring of Phendrana Drifts. But thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 8. Game on!